I'm going to start with a story that feels all too familiar for anyone who's ever bought a tankless water heater online. You click on a sleek product photo, scroll through the glossy specs, and feel pretty confident that you've found a space-saving, endless hot water solution. Then, after the installation is finally finished, you turn the tap on and the water sputters out lukewarm, the pressure drops, or you hear that dreaded hissing sound that signals the unit is struggling to keep up with demand. The result? You've spent a decent chunk of money on something that looks great on paper, but leaves you waiting for a hot shower. If this sounds like a scenario you want to avoid, stick around. This review is going to walk through the real-world pros and cons of the Rinnai RU160eN, so you can decide whether it truly fits your home. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the category itself. Tankless water heaters, especially gas-powered models, promise endless hot water and a smaller footprint compared to traditional tank units. That promise is compelling for families that run multiple showers back-to-back, for anyone trying to free up basement or garage space, and for those who want to lower their energy bill. But the trade-offs are equally important. You need enough gas pressure, you need proper venting, and you often have to budget for a professional installation, which can add a few $1,000s to the sticker price. The Rinnai RU160eN sits at the higher end of the flow rate spectrum with a 9 GPM rating, meaning it should theoretically keep up with a typical family of 4, even if 2 people are taking showers simultaneously while the dishwasher runs. The real-world part of the story starts with installation. Rinnai recommends a professional install for this model, and that's not just a sales line, it's a genuine requirement. The unit is a condensing heater, which means it extracts heat from the exhaust gases to boost efficiency. To do that safely, you need a proper venting system that can handle the higher temperature exhaust and the moisture it carries. If you try to DIY this, you risk improper venting, which can cause carbon monoxide buildup or reduce the unit's efficiency dramatically. In short, the upfront cost isn't just the $2,600-ish price tag you see online. You should plan on an additional $1,000, $2,000 for a qualified plumber or HVAC tech to do the job right. Assuming the installation is done correctly, the RU160eN performs as advertised in many everyday scenarios. I tested it in a 3-bedroom house with a 2-car garage where the unit sits outside, protected by a weatherproof enclosure. The first thing I noticed was the quick recovery time. After a full tub fill, the water temperature returned to the set point in under 10 seconds. That matters when you're juggling a morning rush. No one wants to stand under a cold spray while the kids are already late for school. The 0.95 Energy Star rating also translates into a measurable reduction on the gas bill. Over a typical winter month, I saw about a 12% dip compared to my old 40-gallon tank. For homeowners who are already paying high electricity rates for electric tankless models, the natural gas version can be a smarter financial choice. Now, let's be honest about the drawbacks. The biggest limitation I ran into was the water pressure requirement. The manufacturer lists a minimum inlet pressure of 13 psi, and many older homes simply don't meet that threshold without a pressure-boosting pump. In my test home, the pressure was borderline, and I noticed a slight dip in flow when 2 showers ran at once. If you have a low-pressure municipal supply, you'll either need to upgrade your gas line or accept reduced performance. Another practical hiccup is the need for a dedicated gas line of at least inch. Smaller homes or apartments that only have an inch line will need a costly line sizing upgrade, which can shave a chunk off your budget. One thing people often overlook is the effect of water temperature settings on overall efficiency. Because the RU160eN is a condensing unit, it works best when you set the output temperature a few degrees lower than you might be used to, say, 115°F instead of 130°F. The unit then extracts more heat from the exhaust, and you end up using less gas overall. If you habitually demand scorching hot water, you'll lose some of that efficiency edge, and may see the unit cycling more frequently, which can lead to wear over time. So the endless hot water promise really shines when you're willing to be a little flexible with temperature. Who should definitely consider the RU160eN? First, homeowners with a natural gas line that can support an inch connection and a reliable pressure of at least 13 psi. Second, families that consistently need multiple hot water outlets at the same time. Think 2 showers, a dishwasher, and maybe a washing machine all running in the evening. Third, anyone who values long-term energy savings over the initial purchase price, because the 0.95 energy factor is among the highest you'll find in residential gas tankless heaters. If you're already planning a remodel or a new